My reasons initially for joining the army, they weren't the best reasons, because I was focusing on annihilation of the people who had wronged the United States. My father did not agree with my decision to join the military. He actually didn't talk to me for a few weeks, maybe a few months. I'm grateful for 18-year-old Lacey. You know, she taught me how to not take no mess. She taught me how to stand up for myself and for others who didn't have a voice, which is why I share my story. Whether you want to hear it or not, my story needs to be heard, it needs to be shared, and I'm going to do just that. When I got into the military, is when death started hitting me hard, and that was when my mental health took a turn for the worse. Listen, when I tell you I fit right in, I fit right in. I come from a very hard family. You know, my father was very strict, so being in the army was a cakewalk. I actually had more freedom in basic training than I had growing up, which is crazy. When I told somebody in basic training, I have more freedom now than when I was growing up, they were like, what? More freedom? How do you have more freedom? We're on lockdown 24/7. I said, no, this is actually cool. We get to go to the mall. They were like, wow. Like, yeah, it's that deep. So I assimilated very well into the military. I was one of the top when it came to PT tests. I was very much in shape. I was top of my MOS, which is the job that you're given in the military, with the Army, that is. I was teaching people how to be the best unit supply sergeant they could be, how to pass their CIP inspection with the first time go every time. I taught people how to write SOPs, how to enact SOPs. I was that lady. Usually retirement comes up around the 20-year mark. So I knew that I was going to serve for 20 years, and then when I hit that 20-year mark, I was going to retire. In this quest to retiring, I ended up injuring myself. That stifled my plans of making a 20-year retirement or 20-year commitment to the military. They called it a lifer. I really wanted to be a lifer, and that held me back, or so I thought. When I got a phone call from our HR representative, and that's when he told me that Staff Sergeant Doe killed himself, my world turned upside down. I didn't want to go back to Fort Knox, and I actually contemplated going AWOL. The brother of the unit, he's the brother that took me under his wing, that one wife that loved me and loved being around me, and she took me in. Losing him was something that I didn't think that I would see, especially this early. I started using opiates because not too long after he passed away, I was cleared to go back to training, and that was when I fractured both my hips, and we were going down to the two hills of Fort Knox. It was misery and agony. And I had 30 pounds on my back. 6 weeks postpartum, and I fell. I didn't think that I hurt myself that bad because I was able to continue with the ruck march and get back to the unit. I had fractured both of my hips, both of next of my femur, and I had strain in my lower back. I became a very bitter, miserable person. I couldn't continue. I said I need to get help. And that was when I came back to my apartment. I said, Ma, I gotta go. I can't. I gotta go to the hospital. I said, I am not well. And I told them that I attempted suicide and that I need help. And I said, there's gotta be another way. So I got off the meds, and next thing you know what? I'm not drinking as much. I'm exercising, and I'm not as low as I used to be. And I'm a firm believer that mental health meds is not for everybody, and it's not meant for prolonged use. I appreciate everything. I appreciate every road that led me here.